We first came in and we were doing rehearsal and they put us all in the same space. Like we didn't have our own dressing rooms at the time.
You know, I heard I was trending yesterday. Because people are saying that I was not supporting Taraji. Taraji will tell you herself that I've been the greatest champion of this film.
I never did anything they told me I should do.
Yeah.
Because I knew if it was something that God had for me, and I wanted to walk through it authentically.
The girls of Color Purple are coming for their directors. First, it was Taraji P. Henson, and now it's Fantasia Burrito's turn to take the mic. These past couple of days have been a PPR disaster for Oprah and Steven Spielberg. They hoped that the movie would break the internet, but instead, it's been trending for all the wrong reasons. And it's not just to Roger anymore. Fantasia and Danielle have stepped forward as well, now revealing just how bad the conditions on set were. The cast wasn't given their own trailers, let alone food. And once again Roger had to step up to fight the production for the injustice, and Oprah isn't exactly happy about the cast spilling the beans to the public. This was the last thing she had planned for her big release. Just how bad were the conditions on the set of The Color Purple? And did Oprah and Steven Spielberg really disrespect some of the most prominent black actors on set? Let's find out.
Thing online about us being separated at the top of the Empire State Building. On that particular day, we were so cold. So I don't know what kind of body language people were talking about. I was like just trying to stay warm, and that was the fourth thing we had done. And so I you know, there's no validity to there being a thing between Taraji.
Fantasia and Oprah have been tight buds forever. The actress even starred in the Broadway production of The Color Purple alongside Oprah, so it's not her first rodeo. However, given all that's gone down with the movie, it seems like Fantasia might start putting some distance between her and Oprah.
I never gave up and I never gave in.
Oprah had high hopes for The Color Purple as a major black production. The American TV host was looking to make some waves in the industry. However, fans think that if Oprah wanted to sweep the award shows, she should have treated her actors better. First, Roger turned some heads in the industry by speaking up about the pay controversy. And just when Oprah thought the storm had passed, more shocking details came to light. In a recent interview, fellow star Danielle Brooks revealed how the actors were stuffed into one trailer at the beginning of production. Mind you that The Color Purple had a $100 million budget, so it's not like the upper management couldn't provide its actors with their own trailers, which is expected from high-end productions. However, instead, it seemed like the producers were looking to save up money. What's worse is that the production didn't provide the cast with food. Either picture this, you're working grueling, 15-hour work shifts every day. You don't have a trailer of your own to rest up, and you have to bring your food as well. As far as workplaces go, the set for The Color Purple was a nightmare. One fan said it literally shows that the $100 million budget was not going towards the talent. It also shows that the producers, executives, and the other money, people just assumed they could treat black actresses like trash. They would never treat a cast of Meryl Streep, Judi Dench, and a couple of new white actresses like this. They would give Meryl and Judi a minimum of $10 million, their own trailers, chef, limo drivers, and the works. Let's just admit that systemic racism is thriving in the film industry. What's interesting is that Oprah was sitting right next to Danielle while she was spilling the tea, and she looked really uncomfortable. It almost looked like she was planning damage control for another PR nightmare.
She had no idea.
She didn't know what was going on.
She had no idea.
I heard about it.
Oh, yeah.
And you corrected it for us. You corrected it.
Didn't I call you?
Yes, and I was like, Miss O, we gotta fix this. And she said, say less. And was it not
And
fixed?
that's what I appreciate.
During the interview, however, Oprah jumped to save her image and her beloved production on the spot, saying that she had no idea about the conditions on set initially, and surprisingly, the others vouched for her as small-time actresses. And Danielle and Fantasia weren't really in a position to speak up, but Roger became their voice. Reportedly, she rang up Oprah, who proceeded to fix the situation twice.
Taraji, as Blitz, our director, says. I mean, I have been watching her from the beginning. And to just have someone just be a guide for us.
However, fans think that had there been a white cast, these issues would have never been there to begin with. One fan wrote, "The sad part is had this been white actresses on her set, she would have provided them with an abundance of everything that this particular crew lacked. Shame on Oprah." Interestingly, Fantasia never wanted to work with Oprah on the movie in the first place. When she was first made the offer, Fantasia reportedly turned down the role. Now, the reason she gave was that playing silly was just too hard for her as ADV survivor herself. Fantasia thought there were too many similarities. However, fans think that Fantasia had other reasons. According to one theory, Fantasia simply didn't want to work with Oprah again for obvious reasons. Fortunately, Taraji proved to be the voice that Fantasia and Danielle so desperately needed on set. She also kicked up a storm when the management used to provide the cast with appropriate transport.
A lot of TV, I've done a lot of films, specifically independent films, but this is my first studio film. So sometimes you do come in just saying, okay, well, I'm gonna just take whatever they give me. I'm just happy to be here, you know? But you spoke up for us and you showed me how to do that. But what I've really enjoyed is your sisterhood is authentic and it's real. Is not this.
During an interview with the New York Times, the Golden Globe Award winner revealed that instead of drivers, the production provided them with rental cars. However, Taraji was against it because not only was it an insurance liability, but it also put the actors at risk. Taraji said, "They gave us rental cars and I was like, I can't drive myself to set in Atlanta. This is insurance liability. It's dangerous. Now they robbing people. What do I look like? Taking myself to work by myself in a rental car?" So I was like, can I get a driver or security to take me? I'm not asking for the moon. They're like, if we do it for you, we got to do it for everybody. However, Taraji pushed back. She said, do it for everybody. It's stuff like that, stuff I shouldn't have to fight for. I was on the set of Empire fighting for trailers that wasn't infested with bugs. While Taraji has been a fierce force fighting for better conditions for her people, she admits that these situations take a toll on her soul. During the same interview, Taraji admitted that fighting so hard to establish a name for herself and be respected in the industry wears her down. Things got so bad for Taraji that she had to step away from work and go on a month-long trip to Bali to resent herself in 2023. Although Taraji had no reason to come back, she did it for the sake of her sisters. Now, Taraji is a multi-award-winning actress with several prominent roles under her belt. If things are so bad for her, fans can only imagine what it's like for the likes of Danielle and Fantasia. Talking about the justice in the industry, Taraji said, "It hurts my feelings when it's not reciprocated, but I know this world is cold and nobody really cares, and you gotta go out and fight for what you want to." Georgie further expressed disappointment, saying, "What else do I need to do to prove my worth now that I'm singing and dancing for you, and I climbed up on the table 88 times with my knob-bike knees and had to ice my knees in between. Takes. What else do I need to do?" What's worse is that the color purple had a prominent black woman at the front. According to fans, Taraji and the others shouldn't have had to deal with these issues. Shoes under Oprah swing. Unfortunately, it looks like Oprah is a part of the problem, becoming the very reason for Taraji to almost walk away from the film. During another bombshell interview, Taraji revealed that she has been fighting for better pay all her life. And unfortunately, when it came to the color purple, things were more or less the same. The initial offer was so bad that Taraji almost considered walking away from the project altogether. Despite Oprah's initial lack of awareness, it's clear that the conditions were unacceptable for such a high-budget production. The voices of those like Taraji and Danielle Brooks, who spoke out against these injustices, underscore the need for systemic change in how actors of color are treated in the industry. The hope is that this revelation sparks conversations and actions to address these long-standing issues and ensure fair treatment for all in future productions.